train fans, welcome back to the channel, The Side of the Tracks. I'm Chris. This video is going to be about my layout. I have two loops, of course, as you can see behind me, with the inner loop with 072 tubular track and outer loop being, of course, 036 fast track by Lionel. Been thinking for a while about doing a little upgrade so that I have a consistent track type. So the outer loop of fast track is actually from a Ready to Run set, Frozen 2 in particular, which by the way is one of my most popular videos. And then the inner track, well, I'm going to do a separate video on my Patreon page about why that track behind me in particular, this track, is very special to me. But regardless of that, I'm going to go ahead and take it off the layout and upgrade that inner loop to fast track, just so I have a consistent look on the layout, and also have a little bit of a larger curve on the inside. So I've been going back and forth on, well, should I try to do 042, because my back table is actually a little bit wider than the front table. Front table is 4x8. So I was debating, well, should I get some plywood and widen my front table a little bit so I could try to squeeze on 042 or 048, and that way I could run a few more things versus the 036. But I think at this point I decided I'm just going to take a little baby step. We're going to change up the layout a little bit here, get all the fast track and see how it looks, because I have another set of track already just laying around, which is from a Strasbourg Ready to Run set, the Strasbourg number 475 engine from Lionel. So went ahead and purchased a few tiny little extension pieces here. This is that other track I had just laying around from that Strasbourg number 475 set. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear out some of the stuff from the table here, start moving some things around, and we'll see if we can get everything converted over to 100% fast track on the layout. So I don't know how it's going to work out, how it's going to look, and if all my buildings will be able to stay, or if I'll have to clean some off just with the different dimensions. So it'll be a little experiment. Let's get started. All right, here it goes. Taking off the layout.
How's that like? How's it doing that?
What?
Flicker it off. How's it like that?
How's that? What?
Like the flickering.
What's flickering?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the ceiling fan that's running in the living room, sweetheart.
Wow.
And the sunlight is shining through the blinds, but then the fan blocks it and it spins around, so it gets like a strobe light effect.
That's cool.
Excuse me, sweetheart. All right, step one is complete. Removal of the 027 track. Now on to stage 2. Well, here we are. We have now 100% Lionel fast track on the layout. We have 2 loops of 036 curves, but I added some little extensions here in the middle on the outer loop. And yeah, I think it works. Track's kind of barely hanging on the edge of the table. So with the tracks now right up on the edge of the table, I had more real estate in the center, so I had to move most of the buildings on the inside. And I was going for this town square look here. So we have this large area surrounded by buildings. We got the taller buildings in the back, and mostly some of the shorter buildings in the front. I did have to remove a couple items, such as the little pizzeria restaurant and a little extension on one of the passenger stations, but that's okay. Over here on the left, we have our Strasbourg zone between the bridges, station, switch tower, Cherry Hill. We have our political items in the back. I really like this Train World exclusive Griswold Christmas Tree and Lights building. And then we still have our Menards restaurants back here on the right corner. My rear table is a little wider, as one can see here. I got a little bit more real estate to work with back here. I was also contemplating if I should get some plywood or something and put it on both tables, but specifically to extend this front table out to the width of this rear table, so that instead of 036 on the outer loop, maybe I could shoehorn in some 048 track. I thought, well, I got all this 036 stuff laying around, so let me just do that first and see how that works out. But 036 is somewhat limiting. Not everything is going to run on 036. Even some of the passenger cars I have won't take those 036 curves. So maybe some point down the road I'll attempt doing that. But I think in the meantime, this is a little bit of a update, and a little nice to have a change here for 1 year mark. I do admit I miss having just a solid row of buildings as a backdrop on the right side of the layout. Now with the track up on the edge of the front table, I don't have that backdrop that I used to. So pretty much both sides, it's just track and track. But yeah, got a little bit more track on here. Cram in some more railroad cars, or at the very least, they won't look as crowded in there, packed in like sardines. But yeah, I do like having all these buildings clustered around the middle. That's kind of cool. Still have my water tower in the back corner. We got this building hiding back behind our other political buildings. And of course, we have our Yuengling Tavern right up front. Yes. Anyway, I think it turned out okay. I'm going to go ahead and fire up these trains here, inaugurate the new layout, and hopefully nothing will fly off the tracks and hit the floor and get destroyed. But definitely let me know what you think in the comments about the new layout here, and any suggestions you may have are most welcome. All right, well, there we have it. The new layout, or should I say new and improved layout. Whoa, Bell's going crazy again. Hope you enjoyed checking it out. Please like and subscribe. Check out our other videos. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment. We might reply and check out my videos too. Chloe HB. But uppercase, my name lowercase, and the rest uppercase. Bye guys.